Hello students, how are you? I'm Ramesh KS. Welcome to the class. So this is a second PU class, data structure. So one of the most important question, array representation of a stack. They may ask you a question like this: write a memory representation of a stack using one-dimensional array. Otherwise, normally they may ask you explain memory representation stack using array. Here array we are mentioning, right? Array. So I will write here r explain memory representation, explain memory representation of an array, explain memory representation of an array using stack, explain memory representation of an array using stack. So this is a question. So this is an explanation. See, you can observe, you can easily answer this question by explaining this with the help of this diagram. This is what stack. In this stack, I am inserting one value. See, one value I am inserting. Whenever one value if I insert, it will be placed here. So now again two value I am placing, it will be placed here. If I want to remove this one from this, it will be moving from this end only, not this end, down end. Okay, up end only we are moving. So stack can be represented using one dimensional array. This is one dimensional array. A block of memory is allocated. This is one block of memory. This is another block of memory. This is another block of memory. Block of memory is allocated which is required to accommodate the items. So 1 is the item, 2 is the item. We are accommodating these items to the full capacity of the stack. This is the 1, 2, 3 elements we can accommodate. The full capacity of the stack, we can accommodate the values. Okay. So the items into the stacks are stored in a sequential order. Sequential order means what? One after the another it will be stored. Okay. Of the memory block. First location of the memory block. So here you can observe in this is an array. The pointer top contains, this is a top, a pointer top contains the location. So which location two element is stored? First location the two element is stored. So what is the top? The one is the top of this stack. Okay now. So here again I am explaining you, a pointer top contains the location. One is the location, top element of the stock. That means this location, this element is stored. So this element we are considering as a top, TOP. Again, a variable max stk, this is a variable, user defined variable. You can name it your name also, my name also, no problem. This is user defined max stk, contains the maximum number of elements that can be stored in the stock. See, in this array, how many elements we can store? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 elements we can store. So max of max stack is 6. Okay na? max stk is 6. A variable max stk contains the maximum number of elements that can be stored in the stack. So how many number of elements we can store in this stack? So total 6 elements we can store. That is the max stk is 6. So now come down. The condition top is equal to max stk indicates that the stack is full. Suppose I am placing all values in this. Let us take, I am taking here 4, 6, 7, 9. So in this example, try to answer what is the max of stock, what is the top, the if element, if it is present at the last position, that element is a top position. That means, so here I am taking here third position, this is third position, this is fourth position, this is fifth position, this is the fifth position. Now top of the stock is what? Top of the stock 5 is the top element, top position. Okay na, this position is called top. So now top, in this example we are not taking this top, this is it is a top, we are not taking this, it is a top. If you take this element at the last element, if the last element if it is there, so we are considering this element position is as a considered as a top. So now max tag is, or how many total number of elements in this? Total number of elements in this is 6. 6, correct? That means maximum number of elements that can be stored in the stocks. So 5 we are taking here the position, max of stock minus 1. We are considering like that. So the stock is full in this. We cannot account it a value in this. Okay, 5 equal to 5 it will come. Okay, na? That is what this is array representation. Okay, na? You can write this diagram along with this diagram with the explanation. Max of stock means the total number of elements is equal to the top position of the element. So if the stack is full, suppose in this example I am taking here 3. So in this what? Stack is full. We cannot accommodate a value into this. Okay, na? So this is array representation of a stack. Explain memory representation of array using stack. So generally it will be asked for 3 marks. So again, moving on, applications of stacks. So conversion of decimal number to binary. All of you know that decimal number and binary number. So decimal number 23, base 10 I am taking. This is decimal number. I am converting into some value, binary number. So this 0 and 1s. This is what conversion we are using stacks. Okay, na? So towers of Hanai, it is having some one value, like one tower is there. We are placing like these elements are there, first element and second element and third element. It is in unsorted way. If I want to place this in a sorted way, suppose I am taking here, this is 2, this is 3 I am taking, this is 1 I am taking, let us take. So I want to place 1 down, 2 next, 3 above. So in such situations we are using the towers of Hanai. This is an algorithm, it is not included in our syllabus, but if you have to write the application as this to solve a tower of Hanai. Expression evaluation and syntax parsing, one of the algorithm we are used here. This is one of the application. Conversion of infix expression into prefix and postfix. Here we will discuss infix and postfix and prefix. That expressions we are using stack. And rearranging railroad cars, this is also one of the algorithm. In such situations we are using stacks. Language processing means language related data, it will be processed, changing, identifying, processing, everything will be handled in the language processing. So that is we are using a stack. This all process stack will be used, these are applications. So see, you can observe in this, if you mention 5, each and every 1 point contains 1 mark. Here 1 mark, 2 marks, 3 marks, 4 marks, 5 marks. Okay, na? You can mention 5 points, it's enough, you will get the 5 marks. If they ask you explain write the applications of stacks, you can mention this 5, you will get 5 marks definitely, 100%. Okay, so in this arithmetic expression, all of you know that arithmetic expression means what? AB plus, this is an arithmetic expression. A plus B, this is an arithmetic expression. Okay, now so an expression is a combination of operands. Here operands are odd, A and B, and operators. Operator is what? Plus. That after evaluation results in a single value will come. This is AB plus is a single value. Operands consist of constants and variables. Operator consists of this one. Okay, now expressions can be 3 types of expressions: infix expressions, postfix expression, and prefix expressions. So what do you mean by infix expression? If an operator is in between two operands, see I am taking here A plus B, I am taking here A plus B, these are the operand, this is operand, this is operand. So in between what I have placed, operator is placed. So if an operator, this is an operator, is between two operands, is called infix expression. All of you know that this is an infix expression. Okay, now what is postfix expression? If an operator follows the two operands, see I am taking a, b plus. Now see in this example, if an operator, this is an operator follows the two operands, these two operands are following it, so it is a postfix expression. So now prefix expression. If an operator precedes two operands, precedes means first it will come, operator first it will come. Again we are placing operands. This is what prefix expression. If an operator precedes two operands is called prefix expression. These are the arithmetic expression. Explain arithmetic expression and its types. They may ask you, you have to write this and example. Okay, now. So this is about arithmetic expression. Please note down in your notes. Otherwise, practice this. Okay. Let us move on. Types of queues. One of the important concepts in data structure. This is the most important chapter. In this chapter, generally for all chapters, 14 marks allotted for this chapter. In this, but in this pandemic situation, some chapters may remove. Okay. You may get almost 20 marks in this. If you prepare this chapter, definitely will be getting more marks. So types of queues: simple queue, circular queue, and priority queue, and D queue or double-ended queue. So what do you mean by simple queue? See, simple queue is, in simple queue insertion occurs at the rear end. This is a rear end. That means this is a rear end. This is front end. So insertion occurs at the rear end and deletion occurs at the front end. Very simple. See, first what happens, A will come and it will place here, B again, C come, D. Again if you want to insert C, E, from in this end only we are inserting. So if you want to remove A, from this end we are removing. This is what simple queue. Okay, so what is circular queue? See, it is in a circular manner, right? A circular queue is a queue in which all nodes are treated as a circular. This is all nodes are treated as a circular. See, circular. Okay, now such that the last node follows the first node. Last node, this is the last node. Let us assume it is follows the first node. Suppose last node follows the first node. Circular way. Okay, now. So this is what circular queue. Priority queue. A priority queue is a queue that contains items that have some preset priority. We have given some priorities. This list 0 priority, this list first priority, this list second priority. An element can be inserted or removed from any position depending on some priority. Suppose I have given the priority as 1. If I want to remove 11, you can remove it. If I have given the priority as 2, if I want to remove an element, we have to remove this element only. This is what priority queue. Priority based removal and insertion. So again the final one is DQ, double-ended queue. See, we can insert element in this position as well as in this position. Both positions, both directions we are inserting. If I want to remove in this direction also, you can remove in this direction also. You can. That is what double-ended queue. Double-ended means two ways insertion and deletion occurs. It is a queue in which the insertion deletion takes place at the both ends. So please practice this all 3 questions. So this is a different question. Explain the memory representation of a array using queue. This is a different question. This is different question. Please practice these questions and answers. And arithmetic expressions and types and types of queues and diagrams also most important. They will ask you. So see, in this chapter 14 marks allotted generally if all chapters are included. If all chapters are included means, suppose if it includes 17 chapters, among 17 chapters, this chapter 14 marks will be allotted. So in this pandemic situations, corona time, so they may remove some chapters. Might be there may be chance of removal of a chapters. So in such situations, they are increasing some more marks into this chapter. Okay, so that's why if you concentrate on this chapter, you will get more than 20 marks, 20 or 25 marks even. Okay, So please practice from day 1 onwards what I am explaining you about this chapter. So please concentrate and read carefully. Okay. If you have any queries, please ask me. Okay. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.